Dave's creative drone assembly adventure. By morning, Dave had transformed his living room into what looked like a scale model of a technological disaster zone. Parts were organized into piles labeled definitely important, probably important, and what even is this? The coffee table was covered with tools he'd borrowed from his junk drawer, none of which were appropriate for drone assembly. A butter knife served as a screwdriver. A spatula was being used as a lever. He'd even employed a waffle iron as a makeshift vise. "This time we'll get it right," Dave announced to Professor Whiskers, who watched from a safe distance, specifically on top of the bookshelf. Dave's second attempt at assembly involved considerably more duct tape and superglue than the manufacturers likely intended. Just as he attached what he hoped was the final piece, a loud bang erupted from the device, followed by an alarming amount of smoke. As Dave frantically waved a dish towel to clear the air, his doorbell rang with an urgency that suggested emergency services. Standing on his doorstep was Mrs. Finkelstein, his 70-year-old neighbor, wearing a floral housecoat and an expression of deep suspicion. "Young man," she began, peering past him into the smoke-filled apartment. "I've been alive long enough to know what criminal activity looks like." "It's not what you think," Dave started. "And I've watched all 17 seasons of Crime Scene Investigators. Miami," she continued. "I know the signs of a meth operation when I see one. Or are you summoning demons? The smoke could suggest either." Dave opened his mouth to explain, then closed it again as he realized any explanation involving mysterious packages and failed drone assembly would sound equally suspicious. "Would you like to come in and see for yourself?" he finally offered. Mrs. Finkelstein narrowed her eyes. "Do you think I was born yesterday? I'm calling the neighborhood watch, and possibly an exorcist."